As T. Michelle Birdsong, Eve, Mother of All Living. This is part 2 of St. Patrick as he is today. He is a she. St. Patrick has being in Melanie L. Spear. Sally Kendricks, now being as Ostara Gloria Turner, Melanie's youngest child. Melanie has given custody of Ostara to her father, who she believes is molesting her. Melanie is deathly afraid of Ostara's father and does not want to deal with seeing him and interacting with him. When Melanie was married to Dennis Murphy, he used to beat her viciously. She was afraid of Dennis. Melanie has in her subconscious programming, I get beat up by my man. Recently, her boyfriend beat her and punched her in the face and knocked some of her teeth loose. He bit her finger so hard it became infected. She had to take antibiotics. During a fight with her sister years ago, Melanie had bitten her sister's finger. Her sister had been mean to her when she was growing up, from when she had been Cleopatra and gotten even with her brothers for raping her. She established in her mind, I get back at those who hurt me. I seek revenge, and I get it. Her boyfriend is in jail. Thank God. I hope she has an order of protection against him. She has in her subconscious mind, men are a danger to me. She punched her dad in the mouth twice, bloodying his nose, feeling wronged by her mother. She shoved her out the front door of her house, leaving her homeless. Melanie has in her subconscious mind, I am violent. Her mother, Sally Kendricks, inspired the Free Eye Camp of Jesus Christ, being as Charan Singh, head of RSSB. Every year, Charan Singh had a great and gifted eye surgeon come to the Dara to give sight to the blind. He would cut away the cataracts from the eye of the poor, the surgeon would, and elderly Indians who would come there. All of his operations were successful. Let's look at some photos now. Melanie L. Spear has being as the granddaughter of the sun. She told her mother years back, we keep the sun in the sky. It is the sun's delight watching his daughter at all times that gives him the contentment to serve his creation. He gives them light, heat, energy for food. Melanie with her favorite book from childhood, Goodnight Moon. Melanie's biological father, Dr. Maestro Isaiah A. Jackson, classical musical conductor. He has being as Isaiah the prophet. Happy St. Patrick's Day, Melanie. Happy St. Patrick's Day, St. Patrick. Melanie. American author. Whoops. This is American author Carlos Castaneda projected himself as Michael Raker, now being a resident of St. Francis of Assisi Residence 3. Raker has being as a serial killer. St. Patrick's Melanie Lynn Spear's mother, Saint Tulsi Sahib, now being as T. Michelle Birdsong, a resident of St. Francis of Assisi Residence 3. She is an artist in residence. Sneezes a Greasy, Babysits Abigail, by T. Michelle Birdsong, Robin Michelle Birdsong, and T.J. Robshaw, available at Amazon.com. How to have a fun and exciting life starting from scratch. It's a scrapbook by Michelle Birdsong, available at Amazon.com. That's Robin Michelle Birdsong. That's His Royal Highness Guillaume of Luxembourg, Crown Prince Guillaume of Luxembourg, and that's T. Michelle Birdsong. That's Bill Clinton, President Clinton. That's T. Michelle Birdsong's cousin, shaking hands with him, Lieutenant General, retired, Lieutenant General John D. Hopper. And this is a picture of T. Michelle Birdsong when she was an airline stewardess. She's standing in the door of a 727 jet. This is the wedding collage above has been changed to wedding couples. This is T. Michelle Birdsong's collage, available to be seen at St. Francis of Assisi Residence 3. The artist in residence, Michelle Birdsong, now being a T. Michelle Birdsong, created the words, hairstyle, image for this artist, her then husband, Edwin Birdsong, available at Amazon Music Unlimited. This is the front, obviously, and the back. The hairstyles on the cover started a trend in the black community. Black people all over the world started wearing their hair plaited like his. Ebook. T. Michelle wrote for her son Sing Birdsong shortly after his father Lazarus, being in Edwin Birdsong, died. We are expecting Jesus Christ, being as Gurinder Singh Dhillon, to bring Edwin Lazarus back to life again. T. Michelle's daughter, Robin Michelle Birdsong, said the book can help more people than Sing, Mom. So it is now available to anybody who wants it. Available at Amazon Kindle Store. Talk and Share Method of Overcoming Grief, an ebook by the Michelle Birdsong at Amazon Kindle Store. Why was Christopher Columbus, who has Bing and Melanie L. Spear, a hero? From eNotes. Traditionally, explorer Christopher Columbus has been seen as a hero because of his role as an explorer. Facing harsh conditions, he made 4 voyages across the treacherous Atlantic Ocean and the unknown as he made his famous voyages. He was seen as a hero because he faced the unknown as he made his famous voyages. He wanted to forge a western path to the East Indies so that trade with those nations could be accomplished much more quickly. Columbus has been seriously considered for sainthood. As St. Patrick, he is a saint already. Thought Company, excerpts and commentary by T. Michelle Birdsong. Columbus was neither a monster nor perfect. He had some admirable qualities and some negative ones. Note, don't we all? On the positive side, Columbus was a very talented sailor, navigator, and ship captain. He bravely went west without a map, trusting his instincts and calculations. He was very loyal to his patrons, the king, Michael Bublé, and Queen of Spain, now being T. Michelle Birdsong. This is a picture of Queen Isabella, the Queen of Spain. The king and queen regarded Columbus's loyalty by sending him to the New World a total of 4 times. This camera's on a picture of Columbus, who has being, Christopher Columbus, the explorer, who has being in Melanie L. Spear. You understand that, right? Okay. While he took slaves from those tribes that fought him and his men, when he was St. Patrick at 14 years old, was taken as a slave by Irish pirates, and he was innocent. The Africans took slaves from the tribes they defeated and sold them to Arab Muslim slave traders. Columbus seems to have dealt fairly with those tribes he befriended, such as that of Chief Gulangari. The Columbus bashers blame him for some things that were not under his control. He and his crew brought awful diseases. This is undeniable, but it was also unintentional and would have happened eventually anyway. His discovery opened the doors to the conquistadors who looted the mighty Aztec and Inca empires and slaughtered natives in large numbers, but this too would likely have happened when someone else inevitably discovered the New World. I, for one, understand that we all have flaws and we all make mistakes. I will not join the bash of ungratefuls. I thank explorer Christopher Columbus, now being Melanie L. Spear, for discovering the New World. Where would I be without him? I mean her. Okay, we got a picture here of St. Patrick, Christopher Columbus, Cleopatra, all now being in Melanie L. Spear. See her sleeping daughter, Gendara Michelle Ranziger, at the Indian Day Parade in New York City. She has being, as the Indian saint Baba Jamal Singh, Melanie's young son, who has being as poet Saint Mirabai, and Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., now being Lou Ranziger. And this is Dr. King. And this is a notice of the library's closed for Dr. King's holiday. And this is a picture of a video, Rubik _HD Sneezy the Greasy babysits Abigail. This is a lovely, lovely short, it's very short video on YouTube. I recommend it. Sneezy the Greasy babysits Abigail. Sneezy the Greasy babysits Abigail. This is Seth. This is Seth, Melanie's son. And this is Seth holding the sign that Melanie sketched. And he has being as Mr. Rogers. This is Mr. Rogers testifying before the Congress. That's a statue of Mr. Rogers in Pittsburgh. Melanie's son, Seth Wynn Ranziger, as being as Swamiji, great saint of Agra, Alexander Graham Bell, and Mr. Rogers. The sketch by Melanie. See the video at Michelle Birdsong channel called Sneezy the Greasy Babysits Abigail. Melanie L. Spear with her youngest child, Ostara Gloria, Sally Kendricks, She gave sight to the blind, has being as a Blackfoot Indian. This is St. Patrick with the shamrock. See the shamrock? It's a picture of a Blackfoot Indian. 9-year-old Robin Michelle Birdsong at Kennedy Airport. She is traveling to Beijing, China as a member of the Children as Teachers of Peace organization. Robin is Melanie's big sister. Robin's sister, Melanie Lynn Spears. She has being a St. Patrick. There's another picture of Melanie. Okay, this is a member of the Children as Teachers of Peace wearing one of their t-shirts. Melanie gave a speech at the Cathedral Church of St. John the Divine. Robin did. That was so outstanding. The doctor asked us if he could take her to China because the Dalai Lama had been in the audience and Satchidananda and all these people were praising her so much. Robin Michelle Birdsong, St. Francis of Assisi, holding her niece Jandara Ransinger, who has being as a saint. Baba Jamal Singh, for whom the Dera is named RSSB Radhaswami Satsang Bias. Jandara's mother currently is Melanie Lynn Spear, St. Patrick. Robin Michelle is touching a family friend and the Lone Ranger's friend Tonto, who is now being Fowler. This is Mary, Queen of Scots' granddaughter. You saw her Mary's picture earlier, just Linda Llewellyn. Robin Michelle is the guru lost in Radhaswami history. RSSB.org, Radhaswami Satsang Bias is an organization dedicated to a process of inner development under the guidance of a spiritual teacher. The present teacher is Gurinder Singh Dhillon, who projected himself as Baba Jamal Singh, founder of Dara. Baba Jamal Singh. Gurinder Singh lives in Great Master's house at the main center in northern India. Okay, this is the last picture, and Einstein explains, this is a book, I think, or video, or both. Einstein explains God's plan to the average person by T. Michelle Birdsong, who projected herself as Albert Einstein. This is a photo here of Hawaii. This is a photo of Robin Michelle Birdsong. This is a photo of Singh Birdsong. There's his motorcycle. He drove it all the way from New York to California all by himself. How brave can you be? He's very brave, in other words. This is Melanie. Melanie Lynn and her brother and sister. This is her. Isn't she beautiful? They're all beautiful. My children are so beautiful. Melanie L. has being as Awan, Adam and Eve's first girl child, the first girl child in the world. Captain Devon Gangadine has being as Cain, Adam and Eve's firstborn son, the first child in the world. Awan and Cain were happily married. Happy St. Patrick's Day, St. Patrick. I hope you enjoyed these pictures and stories about St. Patrick and Christopher Columbus and Jesus Christ. And thank you for watching.